Hello there, and welcome to your Chapter 8, Lesson 3 notes on multiplying binomials. Remember, multiply means times, bi means two, and nomials means numbers. So we're going to look at expressions with two numbers in them and multiply them together. I'm going to jump right in by pretending that this is just some number called Bluey, which is also a show about an Australian sheepdog. Okay, if we didn't know what were in this blue box here, we could still multiply 2x plus 4 times this blue box. You saw this in yesterday's lesson using, I shouldn't have used blue, too late, by using the distributive property. Okay, I don't even need colors. Oh well, good thing I used blue. Okay, cool. So we're going to distribute a blue box, so to speak, into 2x and 4. So this is the same thing of 2x times whatever is in our blue box plus 4 times whatever is in our blue box. There you go. That's the distributive property. Cool. But guess what, guys? We know what's in our blue box. I guess I should have highlighted it. Oh well, you live and learn. So what was in our blue box? It was this mystery figure of 3x minus 7. 3x minus 7. Ha ha ha. Okay. So we distributed already. We distributed a 3x minus 7 to each of these guys. So, cool. Now how can we simplify this? Well, we can simplify this again by distributing again. We need to simplify this expression by distributing a 2x to both 3x and minus 7. So that'll give us a 2x times 3x plus a 2x times negative 7. Same process over here. We're going to distribute a 4 to 3x and minus 7. So, wow, that was special. All right, here we go. So that'll give us a 4 times 3x plus a 4 times negative 7. Right? So let's simplify this guy real quick. 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared. Plus 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. X is x. Super. 4 times 3 is 12. X is still x. And 4 times negative 7 is a negative 28. We're almost done. We have a couple like terms in here. Negative 14x plus 12x is a negative 2x. So that'll give us not negative 6x squared minus 2x minus 28. So that's one way to do this. You'll notice we use the distributive property. Yay! We used the distributive property twice as we multiplied two binomials. We used it first when we distributed our Bluey to each of these guys. And then we did it again when we distributed into the Bluey and everything went kablooey and it was great. Basically. Okay, so we distributed twice. Let's do another practice before we find a shortcut. No, your plans will be foiled. Spoiler alert. Spoil. Okay, cool. It doesn't matter which direction you go. I read English, so I like to read left to right. So let's go ahead and distribute this into both of those guys. So that'll give us an x times 4x plus 3 plus, negative 6. So minus 6 times 4x plus 3. So we took our second binomial, our second set of two terms, and we distributed this guy into both of those guys. Yay, cool. Now let's do some more distributing. We're going to distribute an x into both of these guys, and then a negative 6 into both of these guys. X times 4x is a 4x squared. X times 3 is a 3x. Negative 6 times 4x is negative 24x. And then negative 6 plus 3 is, negative 6 times 3 is a negative 18. We're almost there. We've got these like terms we can combine, which will give us 4x squared minus 21x minus 18. There you have it. We're all set. So that's the distributive property, and if you want to do it that way, that's great. The distributive property will always work no matter how many terms you have. Excuse me. So if you had, 3x minus 7 plus 50x squared minus 2x cubed, right? You can keep distributing like that across here. But that's not the case for a shortcut. So I'm going to show you a shortcut called the FOIL method. Now how the FOIL method works is you look back on a problem that you already did. Not really. But you get rid of the colors. Yeah. Okay, so you'll notice what we did here is we essentially took the first two numbers, 2x times 3x, and we multiplied them together. 2x times 3x. And then we took the outside two numbers, 2x and negative 7, and we multiplied them together. And then we took the inside two numbers, 4 times 3x. We multiplied them together. And then finally, we took the last two numbers, 4 and negative 7, and we multiplied them together. And that is the FOIL method. FOIL stands for look at your two binomials and multiply the first two numbers together. Then multiply both of the outside terms. Then multiply the inside terms. And then multiply the outside, not the outside, we did that already, the last terms. So this is a shortcut that will work if you have two binomials, two sets of two things multiplied together. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. FOIL it. First, outside, inside, last. So the first thing we're going to do is do A times 4A. And then we'll do our outside, A times negative 7. And then we'll realize we ran out of room, so we're going to scoot things over a bit. And then we'll multiply our inside numbers, negative 6 times 4A. And then we'll multiply our last numbers, negative 6 times negative 7. A times 4A is 4A squared. A times negative 7 is negative 7A. Negative 6 times 4A is negative 24A. And negative 6 times negative 7 is a positive 42. We have some like terms here. We have two A guys. Combining them will give us a negative 31A. And our final answer here is 4A squared minus 31A plus 42. So FOIL is using the distributive property. It's just a shortcut. Let's do it one more time. First, F is for first. 2b squared times 4b is 8b cubed. Outside, 2b squared minus 1, oh, that's nice, is minus 2b squared. Our inside terms, 3 times 4b is 12b. And our last terms, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So we have 8b cubed minus 2b squared plus 12b minus 3. And check it out, we have no like terms, so we're done. Isn't that great? That's so much faster than this, but it's the same thing. We're just following the pattern. Cool. Unfortunately, like I alluded to earlier, the FOIL method will not always work. The FOIL method only works when you have two binomials. So you just have two things added together. So if you have like a plus b times c plus d, you need to multiply the first times the outside times the inside times the last, like that. So it only works if you have a pair of pairs. Distributive property, fortunately, always works all the time, forever and always. However, I suggest that you distribute the smaller one into the bigger one. So this is smaller because it has two terms. So we're going to treat this guy like our bluey. Okay, he's just some amount. And wow, I have a fill there and that's bugging me. So, no. Okay. So we're going to distribute that into our 2m minus 7. So we've got 3m squared plus m minus 5. So first it's that times 2m, and then that times negative 7. Okay, so we've got 2m here, we've got negative 7 there, and now we're going to distribute them into our two terms, or rather, into our two bluey boxes. 2m times 3m squared is 6m cubed. 2m times m is 2m squared. And 2m times negative 5 is negative 10m. Cool. Oops, too far. And then negative 7 times 3m squared is negative 21m squared. Negative 7 times m is, wait for it, negative 7m. You didn't even have to wait for it. And then negative 5 times negative 7 is a positive, just kidding, a positive 35. And now we have this big ol' polynomial. It puts the poly in polynomial because he's got several numbers. And we can combine like terms. If you want to, you could notice, hey, all right, so I've got m squared, I've got m squared term here, and then I've got a m term, and I got an m term here, and you can combine them that way. I think it's easier to just line them up using the vertical method. Look how nice that was. Literally, you just rearrange them. Okay, so now I'm just going to add them straight up. 6m cubed minus 19m squared minus 17m plus 35. There you have it. Cool, huh? Yay. Same process works. I'll do this one horizontally for you guys. Again, we're going to distribute our n and our 3 into these guys. So we've got our blue box times n plus our blue box times 3. But what goes in our blue box? 2n squared minus 3n plus 1. Whatever that quantity is, we don't know because we don't know what n is. But we do know that we can distribute him into n and 3. Now I'm going to distribute n into this trinomial right there. Missed there. That'll give us 2n cubed minus 3n squared plus n plus, ooh, yay, more distributing time. 1, 2, 13. Get it? That was bad Spanish. 6n squared minus, minus 9n plus 3. Now forget all of these color coding schemes because we need to find different typo. Haha, okay, sweet. So we've got like terms with our n squareds. And we've got like terms with our n's. So we need to combine those. We have 2n cubed. And then negative 3n squared plus 6n squared is a positive 3n squared. 1n minus 9n's is a negative 8n plus 3po. 3po. That's a Star Wars thing. Cool, there it is. Hey, look, just distribute. Just keep distributing. Break it up into tiny pieces and then distribute them all over the place. But FOIL, you guys, FOIL is a great shortcut that will help you on your homework, and I hope you have fun there.